I'll just do my stream in the background.
Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that because I'm in the wrong Discord and I don't feel like changing it. So yeah, I'm just not gonna stream tonight.
I had to do the music intro every time I do a podcast. What's going on, ladies and gents? This is the Owlcast. Today I have with me Bigums and Chief.
It's a 53% yes. You guys asked for this. Tiffany's here to stay.
Yeah, okay. We will probably be having Tigga and Pride show up later on, but for the time being, this is who we got. Which is kind of like one of the smallest podcasts. This is the first podcast of the new year. But for those who want to know, if we say something about Bigums leaving or Bigums peacing out, Bigums is currently having, do you want to tell them or can I tell them?
Issues.
Can I tell people?
Yo.
Attack of the Dairy.
Tigga made it on time for the podcast.
That's all they need to know.
Tigga literally made it like
Also,
a minute.
BJ's here.
BJ too. BJ's also here for the podcast. Wow. Well, he wasn't on the list. Even Tigga was on the list. Anyway, so welcome to the Owlcast, everybody. For the sake of argument, though, this one time I do want to be known that Bigums has to poo. At any point in time, he will leave to defecate. So if we hear,
Okay.
am I wrong?
Not exactly, but is it important?
Yes, it is, because it's a podcast. So if someone hears you like scuttle away, like you go, gotta go, and you run, like someone's gonna be like, what happened to him? What's wrong with him? Like, well, you know. If he doesn't go right now, he may poo his shorts. Like, this is an important situation, Bigums.
Joke's on you, I'm not wearing shorts.
That's not a joke on me! That is a joke on your existence right now, man. Anyway, I do...
I am not wearing shorts. It's too damn cold for that.
Oh, my.
But he's in Florida.
Anyway, guys. We're going to start the podcast just real quick. I don't want to stay too long on Dragon Ball Super, but... for those of you who haven't seen it, does anyone care about spoilers?
No, people don't care about spoilers. What are you talking about?
BJ, do you care?
No, not really. I already seen it.
Cool. Yeah, Gohan got knocked off this episode.
Oh, just gonna go straight into. Okay.
Because no, dog. Like Gohan got knocked off this episode. No, I'm just doing a quick like catch up for those who didn't see the episode or whatever. But Gohan knocked off this episode. Bigums has to poo. Vegeta and Goku stare at me. Vegeta and Goku are staring at Jiren. They're staring at me menacingly like, yo, we're gonna gank you after this episode's over. Next episode, we ganking you. Except next episode, apparently not. Another note to just important to have is Dispo apparently had like the super speed thing that he could do, which is like Dispo's faster than light. Okay, then Dispo has a move where he can go even faster than light, and everyone else.
I can go even further beyond.
I think it had a really dumb tacky name. I think it was called Super Maximum Light Speed.
Super Maximum. Yes, that's what it was.
Dispo's secret technique. Dispo's secret technique. Super maximum light speed. That's like if my name on YouTube was Super Maximum Black Owl. That's how retarded that sounded. With the word productions at the end. Anyway, yeah. I didn't think this episode was too interesting. I think this episode you could skip it and come back to it, you're like, oh, Gohan and Dispo knocked off. That's cool. Anyway, like, it's Gohan and Dispo get knocked off. Vegeta and Goku do like a combination thing, and Jiren's just like, I'm sick of getting ganked, and then that's it. Like, did I miss anything? No, Frieza goes golden and then gets pounded. That's it.
Yeah, Goku and Vegeta versus a buff plank of wood.
Listen to me. That buff plank of wood will flex your entire universe. Don't flex right now.
I know. Doesn't change the fact that he's quite boring.
Oh, we actually discussed this, me and you, but we discussed a little bit about Dragon Ball Super and how Android 17 is the most, like, chillaxed person of all time. He just doesn't care about what's going on. I discussed this with Bigums in his general chat earlier in Discord today, but there are just scenes of like just Android 17 just dicking around. Like, he just has his hands in his pockets, casually. He has no real expression. He's bored. And I was like, okay, well, maybe Android 17 is just this stoic, unexpressive, like, person. No. I went back to look at Dragon Ball Z. He smiles, he frowns, he has all these emotions. In Super, he's just bored. In Dragon Ball Super, he just, like, he smiled, I think, 2 times. One when Ribrianne called him evil. And when Ribrianne called him evil, I think that's it. I know he smiled again. I think it was like, oh yeah, after Ribrianne got knocked off, he threatened the other universe like, my penis is bigger than yours, and he smiled at them. That's it. That's about it. It's like, okay, well, I'm glad he can emote two expressions. One, boredom and absolute lack of care, and the other emotion, a cute little smile. You know, just a smile. Just a smile. But as far as the episode, that's all I had to say about it. You guys have anything about say the episode in general? Like,
I do.
Go for it, Tiggy.
I think Gohan, I think he said, you know what? I want to be cool, so I'm gonna sacrifice myself. Frieza! You know, that type of deal.
That reminds me of like the Saiyan saga.
Yeah, see, I forgot about that. Thank you, BJ. I wanted to be known, Gohan is not Goku's son.
No, that's Piccolo's son.
No. This is why Gohan is not Goku's son, because anyone who is a son of Goku or a son of Bardock does the full Nelson when you grab your opponent.
Yeah,
Goten did it to Trunks. Goku did it to Raditz. Bardock did it to that one peon in his special. Any person who is a descendant of Bardock does the full Nelson. Bardock, even in Xenoverse, did it to Mira. He does the full Nelson. That is in his lineage. Gohan did not do the full Nelson on Dispo. Not his kid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not Goku's son. You know it to be. Search your feelings, Bigums. You know it to be true.
You pulling me on me.
Yes, I did. There's no way. I refuse. This is epitome of evidence. Go back and watch Dragon Ball. All of the descendants of Bardock do a full Nelson, except Gohan. And this was his one chance to do it, and he effed it up. No full Nelson.
Did Goten ever done it yet?
Raditz grabbed... Wait, did Raditz ever do a full Nelson? Okay. Almost all the descendants of Bardock does a full Nelson. But all you've proven to me, Bigums, is that Raditz isn't Bardock's kid. That's all you've proven. He never mentions him in the games. He's always like, this is for my son, Kakarot. He never mentions Raditz. All I'm saying.
Oh, that's facts.
All I'm saying is maybe Raditz not his kid either. Or maybe every once in a while the firstborn is an F-up. There it is. The firstborn's a mistake and they don't take after their father properly. Facts.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Gohan doesn't do the full Nelson. Raditz doesn't do the full Nelson. But Raditz doesn't have a chance to, but he didn't do it.
Trunks doesn't have Saiyan pride. Bulma might have Saiyan pride.
We'll see that later. But I think that's all I wanted to talk about as far as Dragon Ball Super. Does anyone have anything?
Dispo is maximum.
Yeah, okay, no one else has anything. Moving on.
Topo looks sick.
Oh yeah, Topo, Majin Topo looks dope. Anyway, that's what it is, dog. Dark Orb Tan Topo looks amazing. Dark Topo is an outstanding looking character. But I want to talk about some Dragon Ball news that...
Bash.
I want to talk about some Dragon Ball news that's actually very interesting to us. As far as Xenoverse 2 is concerned, we're going to be able to get Android 21's outfit. So, and we're also going to be able to get...
Wait, which one?
Like, not the non... We're talking about, like, we're not getting the red form now. We're not getting Demon 21 now. We're not getting Demon 21. We're getting Scientist, yeah. Why were you even depressed? Demon 21 you can make already in Xenoverse.
Pretty much.
I want her outfit.
It's in Xenoverse.
I want that outfit.
Like to have it.
No, I'm saying, like, it's in Xenoverse.
I want the real thing.
Yeah, it's in Xenoverse!
I want real thing.
It's literally just Majin Buu's pants. and the
I
default
want
character
real
top.
thing because I am real human.
Okay, miss me with your bull.
Oh my
Moving
God.
on. Also, if you're playing fighters, you can also apparently get a character model. Like, you know how the Goku, Vegeta, all the other characters you can play as? There's a character model for Krona, or if you want to call her by her other name, Supreme Cat Time. There's a character model for her in fighters, so that's a thing. I don't think I'll ever pick that up, ever. Because why would I ever want to walk around as a lolly? But that's a thing. That's it, really.
We do know somebody who would, though.
Click off this video if you're watching, Sky. Go get some help, dude. Go get some help, man. Like, just go see a doctor.
We're not even at the shade throwing part.
I don't care. I don't care. Pedophiles get caught out early. No one cares. Anyway, just saying, it's whatever. Anyway, I'm breezing through. I'm trying to breeze through the Dragon Ball topics. You're not working with me, okay? We're trying to get out of here. I'm trying to work, Biggums. This is my podcast.
Immediately through shade.
I don't care. My podcast, my rules. Welcome to 2018, ladies and gentlemen, season 3. But on the same note of that, when it comes to Dragon Ball Fighters, Dragon Ball Fighters is very interesting at the current point in time because it hasn't come out. There's 6 days to Dragon Ball Fighters comes out as the recording of this podcast. So odds are by the time it goes up, huh?
I burped.
You disgust me. By the time the podcast goes up, it'll probably be 5 or 4 days left until the happen. Anyway, that's the thing. But I just burped now. Wow.
Yeah. You disgust me.
That being said, I think
You disgust me.
Dragon Ball FighterZ is kind of the squad game right now. It seems to be like the game that the entire squad is just going to be on. Even Biggums, who is a PvP person, but
You just said PvP.
Oh no, I mean PvE. But listen to me. This fucker's fighting me in fighters. He doesn't have a fucking choice. He's gonna fight me in fighters. You heard it here on this podcast. This shit's happening. Anyway,
I will play that to my horse and will do nothing else.
you will fight me in fighters, and if you play That's My Horse, we'll only heavy smash each other. We'll only press circle. We'll only kick each other from one side to the other. I swear that that's what we'll do. We'll be either my third or second fight, and we'll just get in there and just spam circle till one of us dies.
Bet this up.
This is the thing.
I even have this. I even have the song. I will play it and I will stream it. That's my horse.
Okay, that's a thing that's happening. As far as fighters though, I don't think we've seen the entire character roster for fighters. Not yet. I do think there's probably going to be 3 or 4 characters that they've left mystery for us because it would be kind of crappy to give everything away.
Apparently, Android 21 is the last character who isn't DLC.
Really? That's the last character?
Yeah, she is the last character who is not DLC.
Was that
Everybody else
legitimately
you pay
confirmed,
for.
or was that like a rumor going around?
Yeah. And apparently that was legitimately confirmed. Android 21 was the last one. There are no other characters.
Oh, that's interesting.
All the other new characters, you're paying for them.
Who do you think is going to be DLC then? Because I know for a fact if it comes to DLC, we're not getting Raditz. We're not.
4Q.
We might get 4Q. No, they're only working with canon material for some weird reason, Chief. I know that sounds dumb because they have Android 21.
Probably didn't get Super Saiyan Vegeta.
I just realized what I just said. They're only working with canon material. They literally made Android 21 and it's off storyline for this to work out. But I do think that we might get I think we might get Buff Boo. I think we might get that buff Royal Boo.
Yeah.
I think we might
I
get.
will buy it.
I think we might get Buff Boo. We might get Bardock, but that's because I'm just a fanboy of Bardock. So I don't.
I want Bardock.
Kid Goats and Kid Trunks, maybe.
We might get Mighty Mask.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we already have Gotenks though.
So,
Yeah, but Gotenks and Mighty Mask are not the same person. No one knows who Mighty Mask is, Tigger. He could be anyone who's 2 kids stuck together. He could be anyone. That's why it's Mighty Mask.
Oh, so it's the same situation.
You brought that one back.
Have you ever seen Mighty Mask, Tigger? Sometimes he has purple bangs popping through his eye holes, but then other times they're black. No one knows who Mighty Mask is. That's how good he is at protecting his identity. His eyes can be blue or black. You'll never know. You'll never know who he is.
What about the Masked Saiyan? Do we even know who he is then?
No, it could be anyone with Goku's haircut and that red headband. It could be anyone.
It could be anyone.
No, I'm going
Some
to...
type of way.
On the same note of that, do you think we'll get Hercule?
They'll probably make him super OP.
You know what I want? I want us to get...
like Super Saiyan kind of Hercule.
I want us to get discount fusions. Or like fusions that like, you know what happened in the old school Budokai games
Exactly.
where we had like Fat Goku, Vaku, we had Skinny Gotenks.
Fat Tinks.
Yeah, Fat Tanks, Skinny Gotenks. I want right now, I want Tiencha. The fusion. I want Tiencha.
I do too.
I want Tiencha and Goku. Those are if they put up those two in there, it would
Goku.
make my life. Goku and Tiencha.
Go Q.
Come on, y'all. Lend me your power.
Come on, y'all. Strongest spirit bomb in the game. No, I think as far as the series is concerned, we might get it. There is some speculation that we might get
a Piccolo and Krillin fusion.
No, I'm saying as far as like actual fighters from Dragon Ball Super though, we might get We might get Cauliflower, KO, Kala, things like that.
Yeah.
I've heard the idea, and I like the idea of getting a Caulifla that calls in Kale as backup. So it's just like
Yeah, we already have a lot of characters that do that.
we do, but we also have a lot of solo characters. Like Goku Black counted as a solo character. With Zamasu, he has Zamasu tag in sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So Zamasu does it.
Zamasu will hold you there and he'll just shoot a Kamehameha at you.
Is that it?
So we got.
He also shows up
Zamasu.
from one of his supers.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it'll be more like Zamasu.
Zamasu.
Oh, you want a solo Zamasu? I think we'll probably get a
Or
solo
like
Android.
Zamasu with the base Goku Black.
Oh, I think we might get a solo Android 17. I think we'll probably get that. But like the
Yeah,
Super's
I want
outfit.
that.
Yeah.
want that.
We'll probably get Solo 17. A lot of people are hoping for Jiren or in UI Goku. I'm just like, nah.
We're not getting you.
Hey,
I'm just like, nah. I'm like, nah,
that's
B.
so stupid.
I don't, because
Why?
people are going to complain that if we get a UI Goku or a
People are
Jiren.
going to complain that we got another Goku.
We'll probably get Toppo.
People complain that Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta are a thing.
No, people are going to complain if we get a UI Goku, if he doesn't have like, he's going to be like hit. Like there's just only counters. Where it's like, hit me so I can dodge. Like, that's what we're going to get. I don't, unless, now however, I will openly admit, if we do get a UI Goku, he better have that strut. That strut he did walking over to Jiren while Toppo and them were shooting at him.
Yeah.
Where he was just like, excuse me, but I'm too sexy for my shirt right now. And he's just walking straight.
Nope, I'm just gonna
my
backhand that.
I need
Still
that.
has it on. Still has it on though.
I know, but it's still that strut. No, he got the orange ripped off. He only has the blue. He's too sexy for the orange, not the blue. Blue's fabulous. You gotta work with it, you know? It really brings out his gray
It's
eyes.
supposed to come off.
Apparently, maybe. Who knows?
I thought that was supposed to happen a while ago.
Yeah, this Tournament of Power is just kind of like dragging its feet. Well, okay,
Yeah,
so
and
just
it's ending. On the bright side, it's ending soon.
on the same note, so Dragon Ball ends in March, right?
Yeah.
So Dragon Ball Super ends in March because they're trying to have the movie come out by the end of 2018, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the movie will come out around like December, probably.
Most likely.
That's
So
what Geekdom said.
if that's the case,
Who geeked him?
whoa, he's got Herms. He's got boy Herms. No, but no. On the real note, though, so like, do you think after that movie we're going to get Dragon Ball Super like Plus or Dragon Ball Super again, or you think we're just done with Dragon Ball right now?
That movie?
Apparently, according to the writers, they're just done for right now. There are no plans to continue after that movie.
I'm actually happy.
Same. I was actually getting a little tired of new Super Saiyan forms every 5 minutes.
No, it's like they can't like the issue here.
Yeah, they can't exceed.
Like Goku hit the ceiling is what I'm saying, Bigums. Like like, granted, the show's gonna go, oh yeah, Goku got stronger, this and that, right? But every form of Super Saiyan, there's always like a reason as to why Goku can't do it for too long, or there's always some form of a drawback to the form. You know what I mean?
Doesn't appear to be much of a drawback to Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct has no drawback, and it's the ultimate. Well, Goku's in a pinch, and Ultra Instinct. Now he wins because I don't care how weak Goku is compared to his opponent. If his opponent can't hit him, Goku can't lose. Hit is the great, like, not hit. Jiren is the perfect example of this, where UI Goku and hit, like, Jiren were just going at it, and Jiren's just like, alright, well, I'm a flex right now, Goku, and Goku's like, I can't talk right now, I'm in UI, and then they're fighting, because why couldn't he talk at the beginning? You know, it was weird, right? Like, he couldn't talk, but he was able to talk after. But anyway, he can't talk, and he's just equal or better or lower. No one cares. He's somewhere near Jiren level. Just watch me dance out here, baby. You can't touch me. Doom, 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 doom. Can't touch this. Doom. Like, that's all it is. It's just can't touch me the form. It's the Xenoverse player, the form.
It's Tigger the form.
Yeah.
Fuck off, you can't touch me.
Yeah, that's what it is. This video's not being monetized. He can swear all he wants. The podcast never can get monetized, dog. It's not a thing. I can never monetize one of these. Every time I go to, it's just like, and no, you're done. I'm like, but what? And you're done. It's all done.
And community guidelines. And it's done.
Yeah, we actually did get a community guideline from the podcast.
$100 transferred into your account, and it's gone.
Yeah, so, yeah, as far as Dragon Ball Super and Goku transformations, dude, like, as a writer, there's nothing else you can do to escalate it. Like, what? Zeno's gonna erase Goku? Watch him dodge hack that. Like, watch him be like, and I dodged an eraser. You can't touch me.
I won't flex. I actually want to see that. I want to see what excuse they have for that bullshit. I want to see what excuse they have. It's like, and I'm dodging literally the god of everything's delete button.
Dude, that's what made me so mad, because the god of everything, right? He's the most powerful individual in existence. Can't keep up with Dispo. I was like, what is this?
Whose mic is that?
It might be.
That's not mine.
I think
Was it like that? Is it that? I think
It's BJ.
What?
It was BJ. That was his mic.
You want to sit your mic still, my guy? For audio quality purposes? You wanna...
Something's wrong. Is it better?
No.
Oh my.
No.
You are ruining the podcast, BJ!
I got you. Hold on.
And then just do what I do, and just mute it whenever you aren't speaking.
Anyway, podcast. So, yeah, that's the thing.
I'm not gonna flex, though. Those little football heads have been annoying me for a long time.
I love the concept of, like, Goku.
It's like, you are the two most powerful beings in all of the multiverses, yet you were impressed by everything these mere mortals are doing.
That's what I wanted to get, yeah.
You can squish them like a bug. Or is it just like me being entertained by what cats do?
No. It's actually worse. So, here's the deal, right? The Grand Priest and the other angels and gods are all impressed by what Goku did. That's my mother in the background of the podcast. Hopefully she doesn't come in here. But effectively speaking, there are angels and gods who, by the way, the angels know what Ultra Instinct is. They do that casually. From what we know, they come pre-installed with Ultra Instinct. This is a thing that they have.
Pre-installed.
Yeah, right. Like, and this is
It's
the default software.
This is the norm for you?
So what makes it weird is when
pre-installed like Windows 10.
Yeah, but yet they see Goku go Ultra Instinct, they're like, "Nani? We've never seen this before."
It's immortal.
And it's like, what makes it so annoying is Whis tells us everything we need to know about Ultra Instinct, and it's like, well, okay, Whis, you have siblings, right? Like, don't they all know this too? Why is Whis the only one who's just like, oh yeah, this is what's happening, guys? So, essentially speaking, he's dodging, and he's just dodging. I mean, he hits hard, but he's just really dodging. Like, Whis is on another level of bull because anytime anyone in Universe 7 does anything ever, everyone just like looks at Whis and Whis is like, alright, I'm exposition now. Vegeta saw the pattern of those punches, that's how he's dodging it. Like, the level of like, why is, it's just Whis position. This is all it is, just exposition on Whis.
Yo, so real quick, if Whis can like magically just get the baby out of a female, why can't you just give Ultra Instinct to somebody?
Because that's not how Ultra Instinct works, bud.
Baby out
Because
of
Okay, Tigger. Okay, so Tigger, I need you to understand. Do you know how easy the concept is to force a woman to give birth? Like, if you... No, like, legitimately speaking, Whis' staff can control time. Do you know how easy that concept is to force a woman to give birth? Is just to speed up the process? All you do is speed up what's going on in her stomach. That's not even like... Well, not her womb, not her stomach. But that's not that big of a deal, dog. Like, that's, genuinely speaking, not impressive. Like, Toa could probably pull this off. Whereas, to go over to a mortal and go, hey, I'm going to turn your brain off and your body's going to function. What? These are completely different, you retard.
I mean...
Nope, we're moving on. We're gonna move topics before you look dumb on the internet, okay? We're gonna switch
yeah,
topics.
he already looks sped. So.
yeah.
But yeah, as far as back onto the actual topic at hand, when it comes to Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is what we're talking about, any characters that you guys didn't see that you want that doesn't sound retarded?
17.
I have my Majin team, so I don't care.
17.
38.
If not Super Boo and nobody.
17.
38.
Not Super Trunks.
Ah, yeah.
I want Future Trunks from DBZ.
He's already in it.
Not Super Trunks. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Future
In
Trunks.
fact, DBZ Future Trunks is the only Trunks there.
No, that's not true.
Okay, that's GG.
That's not true. In one
That's
of the
why you
gameplay.
counting Gotenks?
I forgot-
No,
I
in one of
forgot
the gameplay trailers, it showed a blue hair Trunks.
Did it?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
also shows like, yeah, it shows a blue hair
they're
So
probably-
Trunks.
he just randomly has blue hair on one of his other presets? Or what? How does that
No,
work?
there's a story mode for the game,
Oh.
and in the
Oh,
story
are we gonna
mode,
unlock characters from story mode.
yeah, that's how most fighters like to do it. So in the story mode of the game, there's a blue hair Trunks talking to I think he's talking to Bulma, and Bulma's wearing her Dragon Ball Super outfit, and then we get to see Android 18, and
We're only gonna
Android
talk to Elder Kai. We're not gonna be able to play as him. So.
Android 18 actually is wearing her Dragon Ball Super outfit too, so we might get that as well. That's a thing. So we might get Android
Piccolo in
17.
his fighting outfit.
Yeah, we might get Android 17 in his Dragon Ball Super outfit too. Actually, because I mean it's a possibility because who knows. That being said, with Dragon Ball, I don't think there's anything else I want to talk about as far as Dragon Ball. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about as far as Dragon Ball?
Nope.
That isn't a question, just something you wanted to talk about? Had to preference that because somebody here.
Oh, really? Oh, I see how it is. Okay.
The well of interest
I-
in Dragon Ball
I
has begun to run a
legitimately-
little dry.
So people at home, let's unveil behind the curtain. This is how podcast works. You kind of have a list of topics that you see, and then you try to see which one you're going to transition into, and you keep your thoughts together. You try to make sure you get input from everyone. That's how it works. But also there are things where the podcast where you guys, there is no visual thing on screen right now for you guys to see who's talking, as far as Tigger wise. So you didn't even know I was mentioning Tigger. I could have been mentioning BJ, Chief, anyone really. And for me to be a good host and be nice and not make him look stupid. Why would he, for those of you at home, just comment below, tell me, because I don't get it. Why would he actively out himself and then complain about it? I don't know. But for those of you at home, let me know. I would love to figure this out. I don't get it, but thank you. I start college in like 3 days, so that's a thing. It's scary. But as far as
But do you have college on Friday or Saturday technically?
no, it's only 2 days.
Oh, fighters, yes. You're gonna be my first fight. I'm calling it. Deal?
No.
No,
We made a deal.
I have too many people who want to fight me.
Bro.
Anyway,
No, you have signed this contract. We are doing this.
Anyway, moving on. I have college starting in like basically 2 days because in a couple of hours it'll be 2 days, and I have college Tuesday and Wednesday at around 11 a.m. and I get out around 3 p.m. So it's scary. That's scary. But I would ask you guys a question. It's college. I'm not trying to go back to college yet, but it's a thing. I've been off like vacation for us college-wise and just job hunting and things like that. But I would ask you guys, just in the podcast here, like, is there anything that like, you guys have coming up that you're just not looking forward to? I know Bigums doesn't have schools, but I don't know if he has anything he has to like deal with soon. And I know Chief has been in school for a hot minute, like what, 3 weeks now?
So, waiting for Mardi Gras.
Dog, my family's actually going out of town like in February, and I'm just like, oh, I want to go too. I want to go. You know what I mean?
Wait.
We're going to be going to Alabama soon. I actually do hope to see some friends and family in Alabama. I haven't been to Alabama in like, God knows how long. It's been a while. I think it's been like, when's the last time I've been to Alabama?
7 years.
I didn't go in the 8th grade. Did I go in the 7th grade? I think I went to Alabama in the 7th grade. I haven't been to Alabama since we got up here. So 8th grade, 9th grade, 11, 12, and then 2 years in college. Yeah, it's been 6 years since I've been in Alabama.
Oh, close.
That's crazy.
When you're off.
I was born in Alabama and I'm only 20, so 13 years. That's like weird to think about. I don't know about you. I mean, for you guys, like Bigums, have you lived in Florida your entire life?
Practically.
What do you mean by practically?
I've lived in, I think, New Jersey for a couple of months. I've lived in Valdosta for maybe a year or two.
What even is that? That sounds like an STD.
And I've lived in, it's Georgia.
Oh, okay.
And I've lived in Mobile, Alabama.
Wait, you lived in Mobile?
2 years.
So many.
Yep.
I was born there.
I went to, what's it called? Murphy High School there.
You went to
For
Murphy?
a year. Yeah. For a year.
Hold up, podcast. We're doing this
Yeah, I
podcast.
believe.
Hold on. Be right back, podcast. Hold up.
Uh-huh.
Talk to his
He's
mom.
about to put a picture on the screen right now. I'm calling him.
Oh, he's going to talk to his mom. That big man went to Murphy High School.
Valdosta. I'm like, why?
How much you want to bet?
I still have my Murphy outfit, I think. On the gym outfit. And they don't have a uniform, at least yes they do. They do have a uniform and I hate it. I don't have that anymore.
Hold up. So okay. So they can hear you from this distance, okay?
Yeah.
They can hear you. You want?
Are they all adults?
Yeah, basically.
Not basically, are they all adults?
Yeah.
All right, because I went to Blunt, Leopards, for life.
Okay.
The Murphy Panthers ain't shit. I'm just saying.
So do we have any family from Murphy?
Yeah, my little sister go to Murphy.
Oh my God!
But they still ain't shit.
Okay.
Leopards for life.
Oh my god.
I appreciate it.
Altered the podcast for this. That's hilarious.
That's a thing I just did.
Dude, do you realize how little school spirit I had in any school?
No, dog. I just look, bruh. I was like, my family's from the South. We're from Alabama. I've heard stories about Murphy and Blunt High School when I was a child. And we were like, Murphy High School. I was like, I have to. I'll be back. I have to get this.
Yeah, I went to Murphy. I even went to a couple of pep rallies, and I was possibly the most bored-looking student there. In fact, I'm usually always the most dead inside-looking person at any pep rally I go to.
Dude, back this
because
up.
I always go to them.
Okay, when you turn 22, right? Well, you're turning 21 this year, so me and you both are turning 21 this year. I'm going to make it an effort by the end of this year. This year we'll have a Mafia Christmas, like an OGM Christmas, where we'll mail people things. I'll actively try to mail people gifts for Christmas this year. From just me, we'll have a Mafia Christmas. But this year, by the time I turn 21, I'm just gonna just fly down to Florida. I mean, you're just gonna hang out for a week. Yeah, we're hanging out for a week in Florida. I'm telling you this now in a podcast. That way you have time to prepare, okay? Like, get her comfy. Tell her to get the air mattress ready. Like, I'm crashing. Tell her to pass the blunt. Like, this is what's happening now. Like, no, I'm gonna
smoking. You know it.
I know. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come through though, right? On your like, I'm gonna come through. I'm like, yo, dog. Bigums.
His own territory.
I'm gonna like, oh shizzums, Bigums, I'm here. And you're like, oh yeah, that's that idiot. Alright. And you're gonna let me in. And we're gonna sit down and play fighter. Because I'm like, well, I'm here now. We can do one of two things. And I don't feel like getting shirtless, so we're playing fighters, and that's what's happening.
Oh, homo.
No, dude. According to Bigums, his room is hot AF, so I'm just preparing myself.
It's not that hot in here.
Do you have a shirt on right now?
That is gay.
No.
Yo, just wait. No, stop.
Biggest
No,
homo.
stop. I need you to think about what he just said. He's like, Roman's not that hot. Do you have a shirt on right now? No.
It's not that
He
hot.
said it was too cold for shorts.
Too cold for shorts,
Shirt on.
but not cold enough to put a shirt on.
I don't like wearing shirts. Get off me.
I swear to God, if you answer the door shirtless, I'm gonna feel some type of way. Especially if I let you know, like, dog,
I usually put on shirts for that.
I'm gonna message you, like, dog, I'm catching the flight now. Like, I'm on my way, okay? Like, it's gonna be for a week. Are you Gucci? You're like, yeah, we're Gucci, and I'm up here. Because I know you don't do social interaction like that. You like to not be bothered. So I'm gonna let you know for a week, I'm going to bother you. Okay? Like, for a week, I'm going to bother you. I need this to be understood, okay? Because I will feel so weird. Dude, I'm gonna feel some type of way if I hit Bigums up like, yo, dog, like, what's going on? What's Gucci? Like, I just landed, and Bigums just like, dude, don't come to my house. It's like, okay. I guess I'm in Florida for a week. Like, this will make a fun vlog. Like I'm stuck in Florida.
Vlog.
Yeah, I actually should. I want to start my vlogs back up, but I just don't think my vlogs are entertaining. You know what I mean? Like, as far as my YouTube channel.
If you were wondering, they're not.
They're not?
I'm just playing.
I mean, no, like, legit. Like, that's not offensive. Just being real.
Yo, Owl, I can look you imagine just a very, like, a black man that's super skinny, shirtless, just open the door. Yo, what's up?
Dog, like, I'm letting you know right now. Like, if I can't vlog, like his address, his street, anything like that, but I will actively vlog, like, my feet, like, meeting his door, and, like, his feet. And I will vlog, like, the camera pointing straight down, and I want him to ask me, why do you have the camera looking at the floor? I want that to be the first question he asks. Not, why am I here? What am I doing? What do I want? Get off my property. I want it to really be, why do you have the camera pointed at the floor?
Yeah. Now we go through soldiers here.
Now he's doing it.
Paper. You're with the government or the church. Get the fuck off my property.
Oh, man. How do you think your mom's going to respond to me popping in?
I don't know.
She's going to be chill with this. She's like, oh, it's just for a week.
Yeah, she's pretty chill with my friends showing up. Not to stay though.
I mean, I'm gonna feed myself. I'm probably gonna get a hotel knowing me because I don't like people. Like, it'd feel super weird to be like, all right, I'm here in like Florida now. I'm just gonna stay at Bigum's place in Florida and just be there for a week in his face to bother him. I'm gonna be like, nah. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wake up mad early and I'm gonna take him on a run with me. We're just gonna go on a jog.
I have a bike.
So, correction. I'm gonna jog.
Taking downstairs.
I'm gonna jog. Bigum's just gonna ride, and that's just what we're gonna do. And I'm like, Bigum's wait for me. And there's like, I'm like a mile ahead of him. Bigum's wait for me. Wait, will you show me? Will you show me around town when I get there? If I get there.
I hardly know my way around town myself.
Sweet, it'll be an adventure.
Never go out.
I'll help
I
you
never
both.
go
I'll
outside.
help you both.
I see. I would love to visit like Chief or Austin, but like that's just weird.
Like, I went biking like sometime last Christmas, I think, and I got to
Whoa.
the piers. There was a bunch of cats and seagulls around. I was like, this is
You
nice.
can do the
There's so many
key.
animals I like. No, I live in Jacksonville.
No one like. Okay,
I was like,
I'm gonna call you a liar. No one likes seagulls.
I like seagulls.
No one likes seagulls. You're a liar.
I like seagulls.
Do you know why they're called
cats.
seagulls?
I like seagulls.
Not the football team. I mean the actual thing.
Yeah, I like the Browns.
Football team
And
seagulls.
as I
Yeah,
was,
it's the
as
Seahawks.
I was getting ready to get back on my bike to leave the scene, I was like, where am I?
Oh, people in Jacksonville are weird.
Dog, you ever okay? Oh no flex though. Have you ever like this is gonna be weird. Have you ever like went to like a local pond or anything and like saw like a swan in the water?
Fed the ducks, and then the seagulls came in to steal something.
No. Like okay, well okay. So this is story time with Owl podcast. I mean, I just brought my mom in, so I can do whatever I want at this point in the podcast. So when I was a little kid,
He's bringing his auntie in.
I bet. No, when I was a little kid, my mom gave me this bag of bread. And we were at the local like lake. I remember for like as a child, it was a pond, and I remember being as a kid. I remember thinking this pond was huge, like it was like a lake. It was this big pond, right? And so
It's like it was the smallest pond in the world.
I'm a little kid, and I remember getting a bag of bread, right, and hopping out the car. And the way my mom and aunt tell it, I was out there for 3 minutes, and they looked back, and I see my hand like drown in a sea of ducks while holding the bread above my head. Because I was tiny. So it's just a bunch of ducks like, get him, he has the goods. And yeah, I remember. I've always had bad experiences with ducks. Like there was a time when I was younger, because that was like me like as a toddler. So like I was like I think 5, right? So we didn't learn my lesson.
I like ducks.
I didn't learn my lesson. I was like
every animal. Android 16.
Yeah, I was like 6 or 7. Dude, I remember this so distinctly. I've never learned my lesson. So they gave me another thing of bread, and I'm older now, and I'm bigger than the ducks. Like I could body a duck at this point because I'm big. So, you know, like I'm tougher than a.
Duck, boys.
I was at the age where I was like, I could take one of you if I felt like it. So
Congratulations. You can body a duck, boys. He is surpassed.
I am transcended.
surpassed-
No,
Yeah,
but
surpassed godlyhood.
what make this really good is there was this moment where they're out there walking me this time too to make sure I don't get like trampled by ducks, and so a couple of the ducks start like nipping at me while I have the bread, and my inner savage went away, and there was only a child again, and I panicked and threw the bread. Like so I just threw loaves of bread in the air, which that didn't work out because the bread got in their hair. And so you have ducks going, well, there's bread out, and I want it. So, yeah, man, I was a tactical genius as a kid. Like, I remember running and throwing the bread in the air behind me as I ran. Like, for the ducks, it was like, get him, he's got the trail. Like, he's leading us somewhere. But for me, it was like, get away, you got what you wanted. Yeah, man. Dude, I think I was like 9, and I stole a duck's egg. Like, we went to a pond. So, me,
Cry.
no, I mean, kinda, yeah. Me and my stepbrother, Lil Ray Show, my stepbrother. Like, me and him were hanging out at this lake. And my parents dropped us off for a picnic. Like, we all had a picnic where me and him, like, we're just gonna walk away because we're big kids. And we stumble across this duck egg, right? And he's like, dog, you should totally take that. You like birds? And I'm like, yeah, I like birds. I've had bad experiences with ducks before, but I like birds. So I scoop up this duck's egg in my jacket, and we're in the car, and my mom notices that there's like ducks coming at the car, and she's like, what's that smell? And she smells the egg. So I like show her the egg. She's like, go put that back. And then we had to go.
I can't put it back now.
We had to go put the egg back while I had like a trail of ducks chase me who were like, that was mine, you a-hole. Like, so, you know, ducks and I just don't get along, you know?
Well, I mean, you started the war.
I was like 3. How did I start this war?
I tried to pet a duck once.
I walked out with a loaf of bread.
The worst
And
thing
they
you can
told
do.
me
Wait,
nothing. They
what?
told me not to.
Wait, what did you
You
say,
tried
Chief?
to pet a duck.
Oh,
Yeah, like when I was feeding them down by the clinic, by a pond, I was like, I want to pet one. And I was always just told, don't do that. I don't want to hold it. I like holding my cat, I want to hold a duck.
picks up the duck just shats itself immediately. just pro bonum, just. That's the sound I think it would make.
I did get to hold a turtle though.
Turtles are
Several
cool.
turtles.
Turtles are the beast. You know what? Turtles are cool. Like, no lie. This is the
I
one.
hate reptiles.
Well, I mean, turtles are a cool portion of reptiles. But why do you hate reptiles?
They're pretty slow.
I hate them.
Turtles are no, dog. My neighbor has this. Okay, so my neighbor has this turtle that they named Leonardo because creativity. So, he's a tiny little turtle, and we're outside in the parking lot, and it's shade outside. It's kind of cool. There's nothing really going on. She just wants to. She's like, I gotta let him work out. I gotta let him like spread his legs a little bit. He's kind of cramped inside the house. I'm like, it's a turtle. Where is he going? And she puts him down in the street, and 3 seconds later, he's across the road. And I was like, well, okay then. I was told no. Like, the turtle cat, like, so we're sitting in the street talking, she keeps bringing him back and holding conversation. And this thing keeps booking it for my new shoes. And I'm like, dog, these shoes cost more than your lifespan. You don't want this right now. Because I can body a turtle. I'm 17, and I can body a turtle.
I can body it. Congratulations. Once again.
Honestly, dude, as a 20-year-old man, I feel like I can body me a bear. Or at least its cub.
Okay. Now.
I can body me a cub. Like, if I can, a cub about my size, I could totally body me a bear cub. All I gotta do is run downhill, and when it trips, I'm just gonna climb on top.
I always thought of
Strong, bro.
I can body
bears
me a
are
bear.
cute.
Them are strong. Don't play.
Dog, I can flex on a bear.
Strong.
I can flex on a bear.
Those
Bet.
things are strong. Stop playing.
You know what? Okay, so when you were a kid, because this
Just
is
start throwing hands.
it's throwing claws.
Bears are strong and
I'm
they're
not messing with
No,
bears.
no, this.
In general.
bears are also cute.
No.
There they are.
Yes.
There they are. Okay, Chief. On some real though, I want to know because this is actually one of the topics. When you were a kid, was there like a pet that you wanted, but you got older and you were like, I could never have that wild animal as a pet?
Not for me.
I wanted a Bengal tiger, a white one.
Why?
Jesus Christ! I was expecting like a lion. No, he wanted this one. The reason I say Jesus Christ is because one, these are like endangered species, by the way. He wanted an endangered species and a white one. He was like, I want the rarest, prettiest one, and the one that is known to be more violent. I want that one. I want that.
He
wanted
was
a.
cutting out when he said it, and I had to leave and come back.
And I wanted a killer whale.
He wanted a Bengal tiger as a pet as a kid. Okay, hold up. No, I could never respect this. You want a whale as a pet? I would never understand. What kid wanted a whale?
Who doesn't want a
I
whale?
wanted a monkey.
No, I
as a pet.
wanted an air creature.
No, okay. What was that creature going to be?
And a parrot.
Which one? The air one?
Yeah,
It would be a dragon.
that's respectable. No, dog, that's respectable. I'll let him have it.
No. Why?
Because he's a kid. That's the one that I'm like, well, that's respectable. You're a kid. But him wanting a killer... Do you know how big a whale is? And let me put this in perspective for you. Now imagine a car, and now imagine a bus.
Bengal tiger is?
And I want to... Yeah, but I want you to imagine a car. I want you to imagine a bus. I want you to then imagine
I will name him Gregory.
a killer whale. Like, that thing's huge.
It's not as big as a regular whale.
It's pretty big, though.
Listen to me, dog. Do you know how big whales get? I want to smack you as a kid. Like, I want to meet you as a kid and walk up and be like, killer whale! And you turn around and my foot's in your face. Like, I want you to know. Like, and it wouldn't be kid Marcus either. It would be grown adult 20-year-old Marcus kicking you in the face. And then forever, for the rest of your life, you would always be traumatized by the idea of a killer whale. And I've got you. Because they're not called killer whales for nothing. Like, it's not just a name that they gave it because they thought it sounded cool. Like, oh my god.
I also always wanted to pet a dolphin.
Dolphins are cool.
If I couldn't have a Bengal tiger, I wanted a T-Rex.
And a penguin.
Okay, all right. You were one of those kids.
And a monkey.
All right. So big ones. When you were a kid, you wanted a penguin, a monkey, and a what?
No, I just wanted to pet a penguin. I wanted a pet monkey.
Okay, Michael Jackson.
And a dolphin. I also wanted to pet a dolphin.
Well, dolphins I respect.
You know, no, monkeys are actually legal to have in Florida.
Yeah, only thing is, I'm poor as hell and cannot afford a cat right now.
Also, monkeys are, I don't know if you know this, they're dangerous.
Yeah, they rip your face off.
There was a woman who, like, I remember being a kid and finding out that there was a person who got stabbed by their pet monkey. Like, they were in the kitchen and their pet monkey grabbed the knife and stabbed them.
Why do you think there's a movie called Planet of the Apes?
It's foreshadowing. Oh man. What about you, Tick? When you were a kid, what dumb animal that you wanted that you, like, as you're older, you're like, I can't have?
Oh, this is a bit of a. I wanted a guinea pig. All right. Now hear me out.
But you can have that.
Yeah, that's
We're trying to figure out what you
They're scary now.
can't have.
They're scary now? Wait.
Oh my.
Guinea pigs are scary now?
Yes.
Guinea pigs are okay.
I'm not asking. No, don't care.
Pig is
I'm
pig is a
moving.
female.
I'm moving topics, dog. Oh yeah, I forgot
Guinea
mine.
pigs are adorable. I've always wanted a guinea pig, especially those adorable little squeaking sounds they make.
Hear me out.
And they can
I
purr.
want one that transcended.
I want an anaconda. You're a beast. Guinea pig. He just looks at you. He just yells, "Teach me."
How can anyone be afraid of guinea pigs? They're so adorable.
Yeah. Okay, Tick. Explain to us why it's scary. Go.
Yeah.
Because I was a little kid, I did not know that they ran that fast.
Their speed scares you?
So you were scared of their speed?
Yes.
Ticket is terrified because it moves too quick. Ticket is Zeno, and the guinea pigs is the Universe, like, 7 fighters. Like, I would get a guinea pig now.
Dispo.
I would get a guinea pig named Dispo and give it to Tigger. And, like, have fun. And it's just fast. Oh, my God. When I was a kid, I wanted a hippo. I wanted a baby hippo. No, listen here. Listen here. I openly know hippos are dangerous AF. You do not F with a hippo.
They eat crocodile toes.
Yes, but as a kid, I was like, hippos are harmless. They're just they don't have sharp teeth. They're hippos, except those, like, I didn't know that as a child. Okay, I wanted a hippo. I wanted a hippo.
I saw a book.
I wanted
a full-sized alligator.
I wanted an owl.
Heck no.
What else did I want? Oh, dog. I'll never forget being a little kid, and I was outside with my brother, and we found this deer, and this deer, like, came up to me, and I was like, I don't have any berries, dog. What do I do? Give me berries. Give me berries. So my brother ran over to the bush, broke off a twig, handed it to me, put the berries, like, near the deer. It eats it, and then it knocks the berries out of my hand and starts coming at me, and I'm like, oh God! I remember me and my brother ran so fast. Like, we didn't outrun that deer because the deer ran to a fence like an idiot. But we ran so fast. Like, oh man, because the deer's just like, these berries suck, and tried to attack us. Like, oh man.
I would do the same, no lie.
But I wanted Bambi.
How dare you give me the wrong berry?
So when I was a kid, I wanted Bambi, I wanted an anaconda.
Maybe he was a god.
I still to this day kind of want an anaconda. Like when I was younger, I wanted a king cobra, really, but I was like, anaconda is bigger and fun. But like, I wanted because for some reason as a child, I thought to myself, I would wrestle it. I would wrestle my anaconda.
Wrestle, huh? Yeah.
Look, 7-year-old Marcus could body an anaconda. I'm so positive. With the determination he had, dog, I would headbutt the anaconda and calm it down. Like, no, I'm in control here, and it would go limp. Yeah.
Go limp.
I actively, as a 7-year-old, I wanted it.
Apparently, it's not
Yo,
limp already.
Story, like my uncle.
No,
and how he
I
had an
imagined
anaconda.
as a kid it would coil around me and I'd headbutt it, and it would like release its grip.
Oh, that's
Yes,
what you meant
yes,
by
yes.
limp.
Because this is Aladdin. Yes.
No, as a kid, I wanted an anaconda because I wanted to wrestle it because I was like, I could beat him in a fight. And also, I had this weird thing on my head where I'd have a leash and I'd walk it down the street and it'd slither. For some weird reason, the collar would go around its neck, like where the head area is, because its entire body's a neck if you think about it. And like,
That's legal.
and I would have him on a leash, and we'd just go down the street and he'd slither up to people. And I knew I was an effed up kid because there was this kid at school I didn't like, and I had a dream that the anaconda, like my pet anaconda in my mind, would eat him, and then I would pet it on the head for it, and me and the anaconda would just go about our business. I was a fun kid.
So what happened? Like, so I was at my uncle's house, and he had an anaconda as a pet. 2 of them, right?
Did it want none?
And so, huh?
Did the anaconda want none?
One at a time, please.
I was waiting for someone to do that. In fact, I was actually tempted to do it myself, and then I was like, nah.
That joke's below Bigums.
Anyways,
Oh my gosh.
so like,
Did you just say that joke was below me?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I said that joke would blow you. Yes.
You said it was below me. You didn't say anything about that.
I know. But...
I did.
Oh my
What
god.
now?
What were we talking about?
Ticket was trying his hardest to tell us his anaconda story, but we just kind of talked over him. Probably for the better, really. For the patience of the
Probably
audience.
gonna end it with a question.
We need... Okay, so Chief, you're now going to be PETA.
PETA?
Yeah, but I need you to be the...
You mean like the animal place?
No. People for the ethical treatment of the audience. I need you to make sure that Ticket doesn't ruin the experience for the audience.
What you did there.
I don't get it.
neither do I.
PETA is people for the...
Instead of animals, it's audience.
Yeah. I need you to be the PETA of the podcast. Make sure Ticket doesn't ruin the experience for the audience.
Okay.
Good for me, because I can't hear him anyway.
Oh, dog. I just thought about this. Because we haven't talked about this in a minute. As far as things on the OGM channel. I'm actually, since I'm uploading again on my channel, I'm being more active again. There will be uploads on the OGM channel. I thought this is probably the time to talk about it. Because I took a break from YouTube because I was like, this is not the steez at the moment. Because I was not making Xenoverse videos for my entire life. You got me effed up. I refuse to be a rhyme style. So, yeah. I think this is going to be kind of funny to see how many Xenoverse...
And my stomach's rumbling. I should sit back down.
Big ones. Big
You
ones.
gotta hit the John yet, sir?
Yeah, you got the...
Nah, all I need to do is just sit. Oh God,
you got the...
gurgling more.
You got the stomach tumblies. You got the stomach rumblies.
It's just gurgling because I ate French fries with cheese just now.
So tell everyone at home how much dairy did you eat? Just because I don't think they understand how dangerous the situation you're in right now. Like I want to feed him a laxative.
All I had was popcorn with cheese this morning, pasta with cheese soon after, cereal.
What the actual else?
I think I had French fries with cheese just a couple of minutes ago. And then a glass of chocolate milk and more popcorn with cheese on it.
That sounds like, honest to God, I don't even think it's the dairy that's going wrong in your stomach. If I was your stomach, I was like, he does know this isn't like a compost heap, right? Like, you can't just throw anything down here and expect it just to go through smoothly. Like, who does he think he is? If I was your stomach, I would sue you for, like, just malpractices. Just a terrible work environment.
Malpractices.
Dairy is tasty.
Oh, I know it is. You know what's also tasty?
Mm-hmm.
Not living your life on the John.
I'm not living my life on the John.
Bigums, let me ask you.
Wow.
Let me ask you an
I'm in my
honest to God
gamer's
question.
seat.
Let me ask you an honest to God question, Bigums, and you answer this real right now for this podcast. Within the next hour, do you think you'll be visiting the toilet?
In the next, definitely.
What
Definitely.
What about the hour after that?
I don't think so.
What about the hour after that?
Probably not. I'd more than likely be asleep.
Shits himself while he's asleep. Anyway.
Literally never happened before.
That happened to my boy. Okay, so in high school, I was on the football team, and there was this dude during football practice. I'll never forget it. I think I was the only one he told about it because I saw it. So he fell asleep before practice, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as you know, he had the runs that day, and he was like, "Dog, I thought I'll just sleep it over and I'll be fine." I was like, "Bro, you farted during practice, and I could tell that that's not turf on your butt."
No, you're lying.
I'm not lying. He sharted during practice, told the coach he was sick, and waddled his way to I was like, "I'll take him, coach." And coach was like, "Okay, Bindoff," and I took him over to the area. Like, I took him over there, and he went to change before he went to see the nurse. She was like, "Yeah, man, you should be fine. You probably just ate too much or something. Your stomach's upset. I don't think you should be practicing for the rest of the day." And then I waited for his mom to take him there because I was just trying to skip out of practice, by the way. But on the same, practice was boring that day. On the same note of that though, because we weren't practicing with the seniors.
When is practice is not worn?
His mother was like, "Dog, you smell like ish," and I was like, "Yeah, you want to know why?" He actually threw away, I think, his underwear in the boys' locker room trash can. And so, we all made a big fuss. I remember joining in on it, too. I think I was the one who pointed it out, actually. I was like, "Yo, why does it smell like a dookie in here, bruh? Yo, whose underwear is in the trash can?" And we all went rioting. And then the next day, coach was like, "All right, so apparently since one of y'all think it's cute to crap yourselves and then throw it in the trash can, we're going to run some laps today, and whoever craps himself first is obviously the culprit." I was like, this form of logic doesn't make much sense, but I'm down. And so I ran those laps smiling, looking at the coach the entire time. And I think he thinks to this day it's me. Oh, man, that was amazing. Yeah, that kid actually is friends with that Kyle kid I told you guys about. He's actually friends with that Kyle kid, so... Yeah.
Oh, the one you banged?
Yo, that doesn't matter. Anyway, it was honestly
Friends with Duckboy Supreme.
yeah.
So chocolate sauce is friends with Duckboy Supreme.
Chocolate sauce. Chocolate rain. Some stay dry and others feel the pain. Chocolate rain. Yeah, so he took a dump.
Was he seriously talking about diarrhea when he was singing that? This is a fun subject.
Oh my
As a
god.
matter of fact, it was either a couple of months or maybe a year or two ago, I was not aware of people who were old enough to get up and go to the bathroom shitting the bed. I didn't know that was a thing. I knew people wet the bed when they're younger. I did not know that shitting the bed was something that happened to people.
For real?
Yeah. Apparently, people have actually shit in their bed.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, I have never
Like,
done that, but I
were-
have.
They were asleep, and they just shit all over their bed, and I'm just like,
I think there comes a point where you're just too relaxed in life. You're just too at ease, and that's
I'm
that
sorry.
person.
I don't care how relaxed I am. If I have to go, I'm getting the hell out that bed.
No, I've never had that. Have you ever like thrown up in the bed?
Oh,
No.
yes.
Like so I to this day don't
I've
eat.
thrown up on my floor next to my bed, but
I don't-
never in my bed.
I don't eat hot sauce or spicy food currently to this day because when I was in school, the spicy food that we had for lunch, whatever, made my stomach really bad. I couldn't use the restroom because nothing would happen, and I couldn't I was just a really bad day. So I laid down, and I woke up in the middle of the night just barfing. Again, now here's the deal. My bed was against the wall, so I could have barfed on the floor, but retard Larry Marcus lays in his bed upside down, so I barfed against the wall. And my mom and them coming over, they're like, dude, this is disgusting. And I was like, yeah, they're like, don't eat that food again. And I was like, okay. Yeah, so now you know an embarrassing story that I barfed in bed one time because of the hot food. So, tell your kids!
Thanks, man.
I mean, now, I'm going to say right now, my kid, if I ever have a kid and he's like, Dad, I don't want to eat the school food. Good, don't. It's poison. It's rat poison. Listen, don't eat it. It's a trap. And my kid wouldn't eat food at school. I'd make him a lunch. It'd have vodka. It'd have all the essentials, like vodka, cocaine, $20 bill for a hooker. Just enough to do the job, really.
I straight up didn't eat school food.
Oh, I'm right
I
here.
think around middle school, I just like, this tastes like shit. I'm not eating this
Did
ever again.
anyone ever
I
eat, like,
always waited till I went home.
Chief, do you eat school food?
No.
What about you, Tucker? Do you eat school food?
Depends if they have pizza or not.
I used to eat pizza and cheeseburgers and the chicken nuggets. Dude, I told Chief about this. But in my elementary school, we had this thing called Mexican pizza, which was just default pizza, but cut into a hexagon. Everyone had a
I had
hexagon.
those in my elementary school.
I mean, not a circle. Ours,
Instead of hexagons, ours were squares.
yeah, our Mexican pizza square.
Your pizza sucks. I had hexagons, like a true savage.
That's retarded.
In my school, we have pizza pie.
We had hexagons. You guys had squares. What's a bunch of
It's
lanes?
legit sped.
It's legit. It was pretty big
Okay, my
hexagons.
stomach feels really weird. I don't know if I have to use the bathroom or if I'm about to fucking puke.
You might need to use the John.
I think you should
I actually feel like I'm about to puke.
do the rest of this podcast in the toilet.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Why on earth would I do that?
Because we only have like 20 minutes left in the podcast. Like not even. We have actually 13 minutes left in the
Even if
podcast.
even if I did, I'd restrict myself to the text chat.
No,
Meaning
no.
Meaning GG audience.
No. You stay here. You tell us. Okay. I gotta ask this right.
Definitely staying here because I'm wrapped in a blanket and I'm too lazy to remove it.
Jesus Christ, Biggums. Okay. My question for everybody here is: have you
If
ever
my
been?
stomach not hard enough, I'm gonna remove this blanket and run in and literally shoulder tackle the door down to get to the bathroom.
Your mom's like, "Was it that serious?" She just leans out.
Shoulder tackle?
I shoulder tackled it last time when I skipped out before the podcast started. I tackled the door
And what did you-
because I had to go.
It's gotta be like a barge. It can't be a tackle.
Yeah.
You have to, like, wrap up the door. To the ground.
No.
I just rammed it.
Yeah, okay. Before I gotta get this topic again because he may go at any moment now. We gotta work, bro. He's gotta work. He's gonna blow. Have you ever been hit by a girl? Like obviously most people have hit by a girl and she challenges you to a fight.
No,
No.
not that.
Tigger, have you ever been hit by a girl and she challenged you to a fight?
Most definitely.
What did you do?
I actually know a lot. Oh, I respectfully patted her on the face and ran.
Patted her on the face. There's no such thing as respectfully patting a woman on the face. Excuse me, my dear, but you have something on your face. Pat, like there's no way. Excuse me, ma'am, but may I pet your face? Pat. Like there's no way you can do that without looking like a rapist. There's
the faces.
There's no way you can pat someone on the face. Like this just a woman goes, the woman hit Tigger, challenge into a fight. Tigger's response: I will respectfully pat you on the face. You mean slap, right? Because there's no other option.
No.
Because I respect you less for patting her on the face, you creepo. Like what? like, oh, you pat, and just ran away. Like, if I was the girl, like if I was the girl, I'd be so genuinely confused as to what just happened.
I'd be like, did he just? Did he just do that?
I would tackle you. Like I'd have to decimate you. I'd be like, Peter, he has taken from me my pride and my honor, and his debts must be paid. Like there's no way. Oh my God, there's no genuine way. You patted a woman on the face, polite.
You can respectfully pat a female on the face.
You are a liar. There's no way to respectfully pat a woman on the face.
Okay.
That is a fat lie.
It was okay. So when I say respectfully pat, like,
Oh my God, I can feel the French fries going through the system.
The person's face.
Then you need to chew better, big fella.
What?
No, it's just because there's a lot of cheese on them.
If you can distinctively feel French fries going through the system, your problem may not be cheese. It may be your chewing ability.
I know, I chew thoroughly.
I
They're mush when they go
I
down.
chew thoroughly.
Thoroughly.
Okay, I'm done with that. Dude,
Oh, God.
before the podcast, like, Diggums was all like, I vaguely remember the vague instructions.
I vaguely remember, vaguely.
Digger, tell us your story.
It was before the podcast, so you don't even know the full thing I
There was
said.
this one time where like a female tried to like hit me.
I vaguely
like,
remember it myself.
I caught that with my hand, and I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, I'm walking my way to class. Can you please get out my way? She said no.
Super Mario jumping around in my organs.
You know what
I
did?
can actually hear something
What?
plop.
So with her like fist in my hand, I said, you know what? Screw this. I'm tired of EBS. And I twisted her hand all the way back. And
Little thwomp.
I'm not a good person.
Chief apparently was a god. Not Chief, sorry. Tigger was apparently a god amongst women. He was just like, you dare lay your hands on I, Tigger? Like, he's basically trying to break her arm. Like, no, no. He was like, I'm a god now. No.
She playfully smacked your butt, and your response was, die, female.
I remember that. No, dog. On some reels. No, on some reels. I've been in a situation where a girl. I remember being in elementary school, and a girl tried to hit me. And she like tried to fight me in elementary school. I never forget it. She had a crush on me. That's what women do apparently. They just try to hurt you when you have a crush on them. And apparently,
I know. It's so annoying.
apparently, when women love you, they want to hurt you. That's just what they do. It's in their nature. It's like a scorpion. It has to sting you. But no, that sounded so sexist. But so this girl in elementary school, dog. I remember it so distinctively.
Hey, Austin.
Austin's in here for the podcast. Holy cow. So I remember distinctively in elementary school, this girl, like, she tried to hit me. I dodged it because I was like, I'm faster than you. So I'm like dodging her like swings. And I remember I just got done watching. I'm a kid who just got done watching DBZ. So I'm like, I'm out here just like Vegetoing this. Like, you can keep swinging. I'm just gonna keep dodging. I remember she hit me.
Keep using my feet.
I remember she cocked back one time and hit me, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and a teacher looked at me, and the teacher ran over, and I was like, and I smiled at the girl, and I winked at her, and I was like, she hit me, and the teacher got her, and I was like, all right, back to my swing, and that's how that went down. I was like, well, I can't hit you back, but I got something way better in store. Yeah. Oh, no, there was one girl who hit me in middle school, and I kissed her as a response. Yeah, that's the thing.
I did that.
No, so in middle school, this girl
I did that on
punched me.
Wednesday.
Like, I was walking down the hallway in middle school, right? And I was, like, on my phone, listening to music. And this girl punched me. And I remember, like, looking, I was like, ah. And I looked up, and I was like, well, hey there, cutie. And I leaned forward and kissed her and went about my business. And everyone in the hallway was just confused. And she was confused. That was one of the coolest things I think I've ever did in middle school. Was just like, oh, you're going to respond with hatred? I got some love for you. And went about my business. Yeah, that girl hates me to this day.
Damn, B-son.
Sierra, what was her last name? Oh, I can't say it on podcast, but Sierra hates me to this day. Awesometon, you ever had a girl hit you?
That would have
Awesometon?
been my name if I were a woman.
I don't want to know how you know this information. So, Awesometon.
Because I really like that name and I'd have chose it.
Okay.
So hold up. So you as a baby would have been birthed by your mother, and she would have picked up Babel Biggums and looked at you and go, what you want your name to be? Because apparently I don't have a choice in the matter. And you would have looked up after opening your eyes for half a second, squinted at her, slapped the doctor on the hiney for trying to touch yours, and looked at her and said, Sierra.
I was talking about if there was ever whatever. I always have these weird dreams where I just wake up and I'm something else entirely. Like this one time, I'm a chick now.
Don't worry,
My
Biggums.
name is Sierra.
Biggums, if you ever wake up as a chick, don't worry, I'll let you know if
He
you're
was a
pretty
guinea
or
pig
not.
that was hunting my dreams.
If you wake up as a woman, I'll let you know if you're pretty or not. Odds are, knowing Biggums, if he was a girl, he
If I
wouldn't.
woke up as a woman,
would not have
I'd
a
be a
laugh. You would.
I'd be an extreme carpet eater, and I wouldn't care.
Knowing you, if you were a woman, dog, you'd be so flat chested. You'd just be a stick. You'd be like Cabo level of flat chested and boring. And you'd have a terrible personality. There'd be no benefits to being with you.
Yeah, hence carpet eater, because I am too into girls right now.
Even
just
girls
flip
would have to
them
be
down like
wanting to
that.
deal with that. Not even doing this. Anyway, Awesometon, have you ever had a girl try to hit you when you were a kid?
Nope.
Like you never had a girl try to fight you when you were a kid? Really?
Nope.
You're lying.
Got a badass over
I
here.
remember, like, in the beginning of school,
Awesometon
somebody
walked
was
through
like,
the
"Yo,
Awesometon walks down the school hall to like
Wait a
doors. They're
minute,
like, we
wait
respect
a minute,
him.
I also didn't have this, so I should hush.
We have two savages amongst us. Be careful, boys. The
I'm
impending
a savage.
Apparently. So Awesometon, explain. How come?
Nigga.
Wait, did you ever get into a fight as a kid?
Yes, Chief. Yep.
What happened?
I remember a few of the fights I got into. I bit people.
Dog, I would have murdered you. I would have flat out.
Yeah, I've never bit anyone.
You my brother?
You my brother?
If you pick a fight with me and your hands are on me, I'm biting you. And I'm
Okay,
biting you
calm
hard.
down, Goku. It's not that serious.
I'm going to bite you.
I'll hear biting
It's gonna
threats.
be hard.
You're not biting me, dude. I'm telling you right now, on your life,
I was a biter.
when you're nowhere near my pee-pee. I'll say that. No teeth, big fella.
I meant on the arm.
I know.
Sometimes on the neck.
Oh.
I'm thinking right now, dog, if me and Big was met as kids, and I usually fought all of my friends at least once. Like, not like we'd fist fight, but like we're kids, you know what I mean? If Bigums
Wrestle.
bit me and we were kids, and he just bit me, we're not friends anymore. That is an act of treason. Like, dog, like, no. Like, you can try to kick me in the nuts or whatever.
Would be getting hit in the balls.
Like, if we were kids, you could try to kick me in the balls, and like I would be like, okay, I hate you for the next month, but eventually I'll get over it once they heal. You, on the other hand, no, dog. Like, biting me is one thing I'll never be able to just accept. I just can't. It's in my core of like, if someone bites you, you have to kill them. Now.
I never did friendly fights though. Like the only time I ever fought is in self-defense, or yeah, it was only in self-defense.
You would not have had a choice. I would have looked at you and I was like, Bonsai! And you would either had to man up or deal with me.
I would have
Those guys are nice.
I would have been like, you what?
I would have like usually I jump from above on my friends. I used to try to like attack them from
I
above.
actually drew blood once.
Yeah, I'd murk you. I'd have to murk you. you leave me no choice. You dead it now.
Hey, that guy had it coming. He started it.
If you bite me, your life is forfeit. I'm sorry. It's in the
That's why
contract.
you don't hear about Bigums getting in any more fights, because everyone's like, no, don't fight that guy, he bites.
Yeah. Like, dude, that kid's crazy. He bit me last week.
In more ways than one.
Oh.
So you have done that to a penis.
No. You know the phrase "they bite." I wouldn't bite somebody in the boob.
Yeah, I would.
Treated better than that.
By the way,
Bite the nipple.
the phrase "that bites" and the phrase "that sucks" are both referring to genitalia.
Really?
Yes. When someone says "that sucks," we don't mean that as like our generation, but that phrase originally meant "that sucks dick." So, yeah. You just told the
The
world.
more you know.
I mean, the more people know in this podcast. I found that out when I was in middle school. They was like, yeah, that means suck D. And I was like, oh. But I just meant that
I
this
didn't
thing.
know that.
I remember being like, it just sucks. And she was like, yeah, that means sucking D. And I was like, oh. Well, that sucks. And she was like, well, yeah. It's kind of the phrase. That was the thing. So, I mean, for those of you joining us on the podcast right now, this podcast is sponsored by the Owl Black Patreon. Please join the Owl Black Patreon. It's so loud. It's not. If you guys are watching this right now, though, the podcast currently is sponsored by no one but us. We sponsor the podcast, the Owl Black Patreon. Please be sure to donate and support
It's
the
fully
Patreon.
sponsored by Tigger and his poor man needs.
Yeah, so ignore that. Also, the podcast is also sponsored by the Obnoxious Gaming Mafia. Please be sure to check out their channel. They're fantastic wares. I'm totally not a part of that or associated with it in any way and have no biases towards that whatsoever. Do you think they believe that lie?
Shit, my mind. Shit, my mind's dirty.
I thought you said that because you just crapped yourself. When you said shh, when you said shh, I was like, oh, dude, here it comes. Like, here we go.
I said my mind is dirty because I was thinking about biting. I was thinking about biting nipples for a couple of minutes.
I don't think. Look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I think we're done. Is there anything anyone else wants to talk about?
I'm Bender.
Wait, what'd you say, Tigger?
I have another fight story.
Is there anything anyone wants to talk about as far as a topic?
Probably actually am not going to draw that though. No,
Does
no,
anyone?
I'm not
Is there
drawing
any
that.
topics that anyone wants to talk about before we end the podcast?
Biting someone's shiny metal ass.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a podcast. I'm your host, Al Black YT. I love you guys so much. Be sure to join. All the links in the description down below. Please check out my friends. They're pretty lovely people. I mean, except the Bigums, but we love him anyway. He's cool.
I have a spoon and
All the time.